Checky check, mic check. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, troops, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to the channel, Mark. That's me, my words, where we follow trading, traveling, and training. You join me live for Power Hour, Friday, the 7th of May, 2021. I know what you're thinking. Where's baseball cap, Mark? Well, I've got news for you. Troops. The hairdressers are open. 4.5 months they've been closed, and today I've been and got the barnet chopped. I've had my ears lowered. The bouffont's been bouffonted, whatever you want to call it. The locks have been cut. I feel like Samson. You know, I've got no strength today. Actually, I'm absolutely buzzing because I love having my hair cut every 4 weeks normally. To go 4.5 months without getting the old barnet chopped has been it's been quite some experience. I've been messing about with hairstyles I've not had since I was 14 years old. That's the state it's been in. So yeah, the new streamlined Mark. I might be able to talk a bit faster. You know, now I've got a bit more aerodynamics around the old boat race. That's Cockney rhyming slang for face, boat race. So anyway, how are we? Friday. Happy weekend, everybody. Easy into the weekend. So let's have a quick look. I better players in. Checky check, mic check. You know it, sir. You know it. How are you, buddy? Good to see you here. Good to chat with you. I've been a bit absent today on the old Discord. I've been so busy because my day started at around 5:30 this morning. I got up, did a little bit of work. Then my son woke up. And then he always calls me back to bed. Daddy, come and lay with me for half an hour. So we go and have a little bit of a morning chat. And then we got up, had breakfast, had to go down to the hairdressers, pick up an appointment slip and a declaration form, COVID declaration form. And then what did we do then? Then we had to go and do the laundry. Then he wanted to go to McDonald's for lunch, which is 20 miles away. So we had to drive 20 miles to McDonald's, getting lunch. Then we had a bit of a play date. Another British guy that lives in town with his 5-year-old son. We went and played a little bit of football, went on the climbing frames and stuff like that. Then I handed him over to his mother at 3 o'clock. Down to the hairdressers, got my hair cut. To the supermarket, done all the shopping because he might only be 5, but he eats like a 15-year-old already. So I've got literally no food, no juice, no water, nothing in the house. So had to go and do some shopping and then get ready for this little Friday night activity. So that's been my day, absolutely jam-packed. That's why I've been a little bit absent on the old Discord. If you are new here and you're just tuning in for the first time and you want to join a Discord, which is free, which is light-hearted, and which is full of good people, the link is in the description. Feel free to plug yourselves in. Anyway, Ollie's in. Ollie, good evening, mate. How are you doing? I hope you're well, sir. Right, so let's get on to it then. AMC, I've put the two charts up like this, top over bottom, however you want to call it. Just to give you some, so you can visualize them against each other, not really tracking each other today, as you can see. So what I'll do is I'll go down to the one chart and we'll start with GME. This is the 1 minute chart. A steady day, a slow day for GME, although we are green. So we don't complain, troops, when we're green. Not here anyway. A little bit of a dip in this morning, look. Nothing too spectacular. A low of 157.50. Again, if you're looking for an entry, that was your point this morning. I said it yesterday. I said it on the live stream yesterday. Always be there early doors if you're looking for a good entry point. It's a trend that I've spotted. Many people have probably spotted it. But it happens, Normally in the first 30 minutes of trading, there's a bit of a sell-off. So if you are looking to get in, that's generally a good time to be watching the market. And then we've consolidated all day. Volume relatively low, 2.37 million. And then around mid-afternoon, just after lunchtime, Eastern time, we did get this increase in volume, which saw us go to the high of the day of 167.41. And you may see I've marked up the chart a little bit here because this is a typical head and shoulders pattern. You've got a shoulder here, you've got the head here, and then you've got another shoulder here. And generally what this indicates is a little bit of a sell-off. Not all the time. Again, charting is not 100%. It is, you know, a trend on averages. So just take it with a pinch of salt or a grain of salt, whichever you prefer. But this is a typical head and shoulders pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder, sell-off. And you can see here we dropped over $2 in 2 minutes. So that's quite significant, really, when you've gone 163 to 167. When you've gone $4, you know, over the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11 minutes. You've gone $4 over 11 minutes, and then you've dropped $2 in 2 minutes. So that shows you how quick it can be. And then I was watching it here. That's the sell-off line, just to show you where the sell-off was. But then we started to find this 163 area, and I watched it for a few minutes, and I thought, oh, maybe that's going to come in as a level of support. It's kind of dropped below there, but we're fighting our way back up. It is trying to get back up there, but again, you know, another low volume day for GME. But you can't complain, troops. You know, we're in the green. We are in the green. Okay, the market here. Look, this is the my watch list, but you can see most of the tickers on my watch list are green. The Dow's green. The S&P 500 is green as well, which is always a good indicator. So, you know, $1.27 on the share at the moment going into the final hour. We shall see. We shall see. But I honestly believe, you know, we're waiting on a catalyst. I've seen on the internet today that the rule 002, which I think we're all waiting for, has now been pushed back to end of June, I believe it is. So I'm just, you know, I'll be perfectly honest. I'm a chart guy. I put lines on charts, and that's what I enjoy doing. And it satisfies my OCD and for things to need to be, you know, symmetrical. So the more legally stuff, you know, the rules and the regulations. I'm not the strongest person on that, so I do encourage you to go and look for other people. I do track it, I do monitor it because I know that they're interrelated, but I'm not going to get too much into why that may have been delayed. You know, theories behind it. There's all kinds of theories, no doubt, but I'm not going to get into that here. So, you know, I encourage you to go and look for other people. Obviously, subscribe to me and come back to me for the charts. When there's nothing happening, go and read that other stuff. There you go, pimping myself out, look. So yeah, not really much happening, but green, you know. So we'll see how we get on. We are just 57 minutes away from closing. But I think for me, the catalyst on GME now, two catalysts for me are, they're obviously searching for a new CEO. So I think that will come, and obviously then they've got the shareholder meeting. One's definitely going to come before the other, Mike, you idiot. There's only two things going on. But I don't expect, you know, I'm not saying the CEO announcement is going to come first and then the shareholder meeting. It could be either or, and we don't know that. We'll know it when it hits the press. But anyway, you know, we are holding around the 160 area. I don't know why that's dropped down to 159. I did have 160 for my previous viewers. I had 160 as an area of support. So, you know, you can see actually we've tested that a couple of times today, a couple of false breaks, and we're still there. I've put that 163 in. You know, just to see if it was going to hold, and let's see where it tracks today. But generally, my channel for you know, solid consistent action for GME has been 160 to 180. So that's where I've put it at. maybe there's other people out there who've got different. I don't really care. I look at the charts and I interpret them how I interpret them. So that's where I've got it at. We are at the bottom end of that channel now. If I put it on the 5-day, it might give us a clearer picture there. Yeah, you can see, look, 160, 160, 160 here, touching, couple of breaks down, but generally we're in that 160 to 180 channel. Again, there you can see 180. That was resistance last week. So 160 to 180 is the channel that I'm getting to. Right then. So that's GME, and then we'll go over to discuss AMC, and then what I'll do is I'll put the charts back on on overlay so that we can follow the both into the close. So AMC, obviously yesterday, anybody who was tuned into my live stream yesterday, we did do the full, not the full. We did the live stream of the earnings call. Very good, very good. It was very, very good, very positive, and that's reflected in aftermarket yesterday. This is aftermarket yesterday, so you can see a high of 944. That kind of held that 915 area, which has been a key level of support in the past. So I'm glad to see us back up above that. That held in pre-market, and then we came out of the traps and we went up to 979. This has surprised me actually, because I was thinking and I was expecting, and I mentioned it yesterday, I was expecting a bit more of volatility today. But I was sitting down and I made a few notes on the old board today. Why have we not seen what I expected to see? Well, obviously they listen to me, so whatever I say they're going to do, the hedge funds do the opposite. So, but anyway, no, what I think it is. So yesterday they announced that they've sold 17.5 million of the 43 million shares available. So what that leaves is 25.5 million shares. Now I've took the average, the midpoint today from the lowest price 914 to the highest price 979, 933. Okay, so which is kind of where the midpoint there. You can see we're kind of tracking that line 933, maybe a little bit higher there. And I was thinking, are they still feeding shares into the market? Because obviously they just they issue them to the banks, and then they say to the banks, issue this many, issue that many, Now I'm wondering if they put 17.5 million into the market, and then they've said, right, stop now, let's wait for the price to go back up again, or are they still feeding them into the market? And that's why, we've seen this steady price action today, because retail have been buying them up, and I do believe it will be retail buying them. I'm sure it is. Or a hedge fund's now like, do you know what, it's gone, or, I'm not sure. I just, I was expecting a big attack. It's uncommon. Like normally you get an attack anyway, so to not get one, for me, it's a little bit sus. I'm trying to think of different reasons why that is hasn't happened today. So there we go. So there we are. We are up 4.5%, 41 cents, 40 cents on the share. You'd take that every day of the week, wouldn't you? If you woke up every day and you were up 4.5%, you'd take that. You'd take that every day of the week. I know I would. So all in all, troops, for our favourite meme stocks, a very, very good day. Obviously, the market is fairly green as well. There is the odd red one, Sensonics there, Palantir, Second Light Eyes. What else have we got on the red? MNMD, which I know is a favourite of some of my subscribers. So there you go. Right then, who's in the comments? Robert Joseph. Rob, good evening, sir. How are you, mate? How is it up in Canada, eh? Is that is that what you say up there? Yeah, we had a fantastic day, mate. We always do. It's never easy giving him back, but you know, there you go. Cut looks great. Thanks, buddy. You know, I've religiously for 30 years, I've got my hair cut every 4 weeks. So 4.5 months. It's been a long time coming. Steve-O's in. Super Steven, mate, where have you been? Not seen you for a while. You've got 850 shares AMC now. Never felt more bullish. I know we don't like dates, but it feels like something special should happen in June. Buddy, we're all on the rocket ship, aren't we? And let's see. Yeah, we don't like dates, but one day, I think we're going to wake up. I think we're going to wake up to a nice surprise. That's all I can say. Right then, I better play. If you don't want to read anything, just listen to Mo Money. Do you know what though? Like, I know I've spoke about him before, but that's what he's good at. You know, if there's people that you know haven't got time, or you know aren't that sit down and read type of person, you know, that's his bag. That's what he does. You know, so fair play to him if he wants to sit there and read things to people. And people like his content, guys. He's got 80,000 subscribers or whatever it is. You know, so people like it. It's what people want, I guess. Maybe, you know, maybe I should. No, don't even go there, Mark. I'm not even going there. So, right, Ollie, did Adam say they would have a total share count by the 2nd of June? Yes. Yes, he did. All 2.6 billion of them. Come on, let's go. Stephen, Mo Money has to be by far the worst YouTuber covering AMC. He's not genuine, doesn't even have the positions in the stocks he talks about, and regurgitates of his DD. Not a data scientist. Yeah, do you know what? I first came across, and I was attracted to his channel, and I'll tell you why. Because he had data scientist in his title, and I thought, you know, me not being that kind of analyst. I don't want to call myself an analyst because I'm not. But my brain doesn't work that way. So to have somebody, I thought, here is somebody who is going to sit down, break it down into simple speak, show you the data, you know, and it would be beneficial. So I was a little bit disappointed that there was actually no data on there, or very little data. I mean, I go back to his channel occasionally. I've said it before, and I've say it again. You know, the other YouTubers that I talk about, I do it with no malice at all. I still watch them all. You know, I go back occasionally and watch Mo Money, and I've noticed that he's doing a little bit more charting now. There's, you know, he's talking about MACD and stuff like that, which is great. You know, fair play to him. So yeah, that's you know what he does. But he does, you know, he does make it convenient for people who maybe don't have the time to go and do it themselves. You know, I mean, I guess I do have the time to go and read those rules. Let me just zoom this in a bit so we get a bit of a better picture for when it explodes up. You know, I just you know, I can't get bogged down in it because I get too fixated on detail and what it all means and how it all ties in. So, you know, I keep a bird's eye view of everything. So I know what's going on in the periphery, if you like. But I prefer just to look at green and red candles. I don't know why, because I'm colourblind. So technically, I shouldn't be able to see these. Oh gosh, you've come to the right place, troops. If you want to know absolutely nothing about what's going on. No. I'm joking, by the way. Right, 9:41 on AMC. Who else is in then? Auntie's in. Auntie, good evening, good evening, good evening. Nice to see you chattering in the old Discord today. To be fair, I think Andrew Money does hold AMC and GME. I think he does. I'll be honest, guys. Yesterday, I bought some more AMC, but on a different broker to the YouTube challenge. Speaking of the YouTube challenge, let's go and have a look. Let me just switch. Here we go. Bit of production here. TV production live. Oh, there you go. So this is the YouTube challenge. The account overall is down £193.37. Not too bad. The biggest loss, obviously, is AMC. So you can see I've got 88. I didn't add yesterday here because this is just one pot of money for the YouTube challenge. Although I did take some profits from eToro and top this up a little bit, but I've got no positions in eToro that I could top up, take profits from because they're all open. That I didn't want to close any. So I did buy some more AMC yesterday on eToro. I got them at 9.02. So, you know, when I weigh that up against my average here, obviously my overall because I've got AMC here. I've got AMC in eToro now. I've got AMC in Revolut, and I've got AMC in Hargreaves Lansdown. So, you know, I'm quite widely spread on the old AMC. But I think that's it now. I don't really want. I don't really want to put any more in. Eggs and baskets springs to mind. But yeah, there's a YouTube challenge. So we're up on our one GME that we bought just for fun. Clovis Oncology, 1 penny down, look, break even. Silver Spike acquisition, it was somebody, I can't remember who it was, might have been Kevin. I can't remember who mentioned this, and they said it's a long-term hold. But I'm gonna watch this until next week, and if it continues to bleed, I'm probably gonna pull that out because it's only $80, but it's $80 that we can be using elsewhere, you know. So we'll see how it goes next week. If it starts to give a little bit more back, then we'll leave it where it is. But we shall see. Right then. So who else? Auntie's in. Stephen, June 2nd. I'm not Dutch. June the 2nd should be a catalyst. It could be the day hedges cover some short positions if the true share count is actually revealed. Oh yeah, I think that's what we're waiting for now, isn't it? And I think that's what Adam Aaron has been, you know, alluding to by delaying the shareholder meeting. You know, I think he knows what's been going on. We'll see in time if it was a masterstroke. Personally, I think he's played the hedges. You know, I remember he said on Trey's video that he did. You know, he's sick of being on the defense. He wants to get to offense. So you know, let's see what plays out. Rojo, all good here, mate. Good to hear it, buddy. Good to hear it. Auntie's been doing more TA lately, and a lot of his price predictions do play out. Fair play to him. Good. I'm pleased to hear it, Auntie. I only wish the best for everybody here. Bobby's in. Bobby, you're back, man. Too much time on the golf course, you. Where have you been? Where have you been, mate? I hope you're well, sir. Have you been on the road? Anyway, great to see you here, buddy. I bet they're going to have to cover more than some. Yeah, we hold 80% of that 80 billion. So it was 2.6 billion 5 minutes ago. Now it's 80. I like your maths. A better player. Brilliant. You keep it coming, son. Keep it coming. Right then. Oh, do you know what? I just looked over here. Let me just switch the old chart back. There we go. I just looked over here on this side of the screen, And normally my GME is here, and I saw 672.53, and it's Tesla. Because normally that's where GME sits, about there. Look, when I put it, there you go. I thought we'd missed it, troops. I thought we'd missed the launch. It's gone red now, GME. Let me put the old gridaroonies. Guys, top to bottom, let me know. Hang on a second. I'll zoom it in. Top and bottom, or where are you up? Side by side. Which do you prefer? I'm easy, I don't mind. I don't mind. Which do you prefer? Let me know. Golfing and watching all the drama. There you go. There are more AMC shareholders than people on Earth. I love it. I love it. That's why I love this type of thing. There are more shares now than actually in the whole market. The whole market is just called AMC now. There you go. Let me know what you prefer, guys. Side by side or top and bottom. I'm not fussed. I think I prefer top and bottom, actually. You can get a better view. A wider view. Why are you not going to... Don't go there. GME. So yeah, GME, here we go. Look, let me... I'll zoom in as well. So a bit of a sell-off now on GME. Wonder why that is then. As if we can't guess. Ollie, have you any idea of how a short squeeze could look as a chart? Well, I'll tell you what we can do, Ollie. We can get up Volkswagen. Let's get up Volkswagen, if it's on here. Let's see. VW. Volkswagen. OTC markets. Volkswagen. Don't know if that'll be it. That's not it, is it? No, that's not it. I'll tell you what we'll do. Give me a second, dude, and I will go and look for it on the interweb. Let me have a look, mate. Give me a second. Right then, if I just switch this now, there you go. So there's the VW chart, which was their short squeeze. So obviously $400 euros up to €1,000. But what you can see down the bottom here, October the 28th, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So this is intraday, 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So you can see it was very, very rapid, Ollie. and then it was a rapid drop. So this was from 7 in the morning till 10 in the morning. 10 in the morning is about the peak, just starting to come off the peak. And then by 2 o'clock it was up at 800, and then the next day it was up at 900, and then it came back down to 600, and that's where it kind of finished. So you can see it's very up and down, up. But I think you've got to take it all really with a pinch of salt. You can't. I think everything's going to be a little bit different. Yeah, we're testing that 160 again. Look. So let's see if that holds. It's interesting. So I mean, in terms of what it'll look like. It's going to be violent. There's going to be some quick movement up and down. You need to be be prepared for that. And don't forget, guys. Like at the moment, we're experiencing drops of, let's say when did it go? Let me put it on the single chart because it was March time, wasn't it? When it went from 300 and wrong ticker mark. When it went from 350 something down to 170 something. Where was that one? There, wasn't it? And it went down to there, like it just dropped in a day, didn't it? In one day. There it is. There, 172. So I mean that's 173.40. That's more than a 50% drop, right? But what you've got to remember is that's going to look. So let's say 50%, right? And that looks scary, yeah. But obviously people didn't sell or whatever. But imagine a 50% drop if it's at $10,000, right? And it drops to $5,000. That's when you'll start to see people getting a little bit nervous. Do you know what I mean? A little bit more. Should I take out now? Should I get out now? And again, I'm just using hypothetical prices. So don't get putting on social media that mark my words. He said it's 10,000 down to 5,000. Floors and ceilings and all that. That's not what I'm saying. But you've got to expect that and prepare yourself for that. Again, imagine if it's at $1 million and it drops 50% and it goes to 500,000, and you're like, dang, I've just done 500,000 there. Well, you haven't unless you sell. But this, when you look at the VW, that's what you've got to be prepared for: ups and downs, peaks and troughs. It's not just going to go straight up and down in a inverse V. So just prepare yourself for that. That's all I can say. And the chart will be up and down, up and down, up and down. And I've seen people talking about, sell at the top, sell on the way down. Listen, in my opinion, that's impossible. It's impossible to know where the top is. Absolutely impossible, because when you're in a short squeeze, there is no top. Potentially, it's a limitless price. So to say sell at the top, I'm thinking, well, there might not be a top. It's a short squeeze. It might not get to. Well, of course it will. Eventually, it'll come back down. So there's going to be peaks and troughs. And again, I say it on this channel more than enough times. You get out when you're happy to get out, and don't ride anybody else's hype. Don't be swayed by other people, because everybody's circumstances are different. Yeah, what might be a small amount to somebody is a life-changing amount of money to somebody else. So that's all I'd say on it. And I'm not gonna, I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet. I know for a fact I'll be taking money out. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I don't even know yet what I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to be taking money. Because obviously I've got things I want to do. I've got things that I want to pay for, but they'll be different to what somebody else wants, needs or is aiming for. So that's my advice on that. The chart will be up and down. You're never going to be able to tell exactly where the top is. People who are saying sell on the way down, you good luck with that, because just as it goes up and down going up, it'll go up and down coming down as well. So you just got to, I guess, look for the trend. Is it going up, 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 and then is it doing 4 or 5 moves down? There you go. So that's it. Lecture over. Right, so Ollie, you wouldn't be able to zoom out to see the whole candle. Yeah, there you go. Looking good, Mark. Kevin, cheers, buddy. Haircut, huh? Look at that. I've had the boof-on. Yeah, so I did get into it this at the start of the stream as to why I've been trimmed. So yeah, nice to get the haircut after 4.5 months of waiting. So the process is you either have to be vaccinated, negative PCR test in the last 7 days, negative antigen test in the last 3 days, or prove that you've had COVID within the last 90 days. And then you go in, it's limited, so you can only go in one person at a time. One person per hairdresser. So if there's 2 hairdressers, you get 2 people in there, but no waiting in there. You have to go in the morning. Well, the hairdresser where I am, she does appointment cards every 15 minutes. So you go in, you pick your time slot, and then you go back, you fill out a declaration with your name, your phone number, what date you were there. You sign it to say, you circle which condition applies to you. And away you go, you get your hair cut. But yeah, it's a bizarre thing, bizarre thing to have to go and get a haircut. I just put masks on or whatever, but it is what it is. It was just nice to go and get the haircut. So yeah, where are we? Did you have to give a pound of flesh to the Czech government to get the? if I gave a pound of hair, I don't know about a pound of flesh, but they definitely got more than a pound of hair, that's for sure. David, 348 to 1. Yeah, that's the one. Apollo Creed versus Drago. If he dies, he dies. Love that film. I love Rocky. Some of the great, best films ever made, those Rocky films. If you're join the squeeze, if you're using a tiered exit, could you run into day trade issues if you sell and buy back in on the way down? I'll be honest, Auntie. When it starts, I won't be looking to day trade. I won't be looking to day. I mean, I'm not day trading it anyway, but I won't even be entertaining the idea. Like you've said, I'll be, watching the chart, and I will be, picking certain exit points that match my, desire, if you like. And I'll be tearing out, and then I'll hold a few shares, I'll hold a handful of shares right through, and then I'll just leave them, and that'll be, when my son's 21 or something, there's 5 GME shares, see what they're worth, 5, 10, whatever. So that's what I'll be doing. Stozzies, morning. Where is the hat? Gone, Stozzies, gone. The hats have gone. They haven't gone. They will be coming back. But I wanted to show off the new hairdo. Let you all know that there is a head under the hats. But because my hair was not growing very well, Well, it was growing. It's just, you know, it's my hair's very thin, so you try and style it when it's long and it just flops about everywhere, or it gets full of static as well, static electricity. So, you know, it's just not it's just not the best look on camera. But now that's it now. So I told her today, I said I'll be back every 4 weeks to get the old get the ears lowered a little bit, you know. Try and stay looking respectable at least. Anyway, 160. So we're holding that 160, which is good to see. Let's move the. Is it 160? Yeah, it's on 160 there. Look, so that's not too bad. AMC, we are holding that 940 region. Volume 33 million. If we just look at FINRA, so yesterday was 39. The day before was 15, the day before was 35, 31. So we're about average for this week. Average volume for this week. We're sat probably bang in the middle of it. GME, average. Come on, let's go. So the GME average volume has been 2.94, 1.78. Oh, that's interesting. Fintel have still got it as 1.78 from Wednesday. What are we on today? 3 point something, I think. 2.6. So we are currently the lowest volume since the 23rd of April. That's as far back as the Fintel goes, unless you've got the. So that's 2 weeks, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 2 weeks. So yeah, could be the lowest. Although 2.78 was the lowest the other day. You short on the way down, Mark? Not financial advice. I'll be honest. I bet a player. I don't have the ability to short. None of the brokers that I use, allow it. So. You know, and I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it anyway. I'm not a short player and I'm not an options guy. Although I do want to, I must admit, I'm interested in buying some calls on something at some point, just as an experiment. I think maybe once the YouTube challenge starts making some money, I'll see about buying some options and seeing how that all works, because that interests me. I must admit, but shorting, not for me. Ollie, I think I have 20 plus open trades on eToro for AMC. That could be a problem come the squeeze. I've got quite a few. All my GME are on, apart from that one which is on the YouTube challenge, Ollie. All of my GME are on eToro, and I'm the same. I've got, where I've averaged, because I've averaged up. It's. All mine are on eToro as well. I don't know how many I've got open, but it's quite a few. So yeah, it'll just be right. Sell those ones, sell those ones, sell those ones. I mean, my biggest line item, if you like, I'm quite lucky because the average was $45.49. So I've got plenty of time, if you like. And that's the biggest chunk of the shares that I own. So I've got plenty of time to decide what I'm doing or decide when I'm getting out. So yeah, we shall see when it all goes. Right then, how to make money on AMC. Go long with 1,000 shares, go short on the market open, wait for the bullish reversal, then stop, rinse and repeat. There you go. It's some work that though, Steve, isn't it? Oh. It's some effort that, but fair play to you. Right, getting a bit of a push now on the old GME, moving away from that 160 area, which is nice. But we've tested it, troops. We've tested it and we've held it. Again, for me, that's confirmation that we are not going to go much lower than that unless, they absolutely drive it into the ground. So, good. And let's see what we get in the last 20 minutes. Once I sell, I start looking for puts. There you go. Anti 160 has been GME's go-to safe space. Yeah, exactly, mate. It's a tried and tested level of support. So, I'm glad to see it holding here as well. Do you think clearing time for closing positions will be longer? What I've read, Ollie, especially with eToro, is not to sell at market set sell limits. Or take profit, I think it is on eToro. Set the take profits. So just look into that as well. I've got to do it yet. I've not looked into it yet, but I did see some people, because if they put a market bid in for 260, and you're just on the unlucky end of the algorithm that finds your sell finds that your ask finds that bid at 260. Again, hypothetical numbers, but I think you know what I'm saying. Whereas if you set your take profit, you dictate, where you sell it at. So just look into that, mate. Have a look at that. Anti, that's probably why I'm not rich. I wouldn't feel right shorting AMC. I wouldn't feel right shorting anything, to be honest. I'm on the other side of the scale. But everybody's got their own strategy, and everybody does what they want to do. No judgment here, troops. We are all just like-minded people who want to make some money, and that's it. Ollie, Anti, that's probably why I'm not rich. I know why I'm not rich, but that's a different story. Stephen, going short is a lot easier when you're using other people's money to do it, aka Citadel. It must be nice gambling with other people's money. If you lose it, then whatever. There you go, mate. You've hit the nail on the head. I don't think these fund managers are playing with put their own money in. They'll take the big fat bonus, but you guarantee that they're making money elsewhere probably. So you're absolutely right, mate. Anyway, how are we looking on the old stream health? Not too bad. Make the chatterbox back up. 160.99 now on GME. Come on, close green. Close green. The battle to break and hold above 161 is on again. Yes, Rojo, it is, mate. You're absolutely right. There we go. 161.09. Let's see. Interesting times. Justin, welcome. Welcome, sir. I think I've not seen you in the chat before, so welcome to the channel. Nice to have you here, buddy. If AMC squeezes, I'll eat gum from underneath all of the seats. You know it. I wonder how old some of it is. Disgusting, man. I wonder how much popcorn you can find down the back as well. You know what I mean? How much stale popcorn there is down the back of those seats. Ugh. Amongst other things. I won't want to be the person putting my hand down there to try and clean everything. No, thank you. You keep that. We've gone green, troops. We've gone green. 161.21. So let's see. Let's see if we can finish the week green. It would be very, very nice if we could. Indy Southside, hello mate, how you doing? How are you, brother? You doing quite well? Are there a lot of in the money options over 161 for GME? I tell you what we'll do, Auntie. You ask, I deliver. That's what I'm here for. Let's go to barchart.com and have a little look-see. Let me just pull it up and then I'll put it on the screen and everyone can see it. Right then. A bit of trickery. Here we go. Let's have a look. Options, prices. Here we go. 160. Open interest. Well, that's by far the largest number. 165, 1200, and then 170. I don't think we'll get that. We might get the 162.50. It's another 673 contracts times 100, 67,300 shares. So yeah, you know, I mean, there's some tasty targets there. If we can get those, it would be nice to see. I don't think we will, but you never know. Let's see. Let's have a look at AMC. Let's see what's on AMC. What's that doing? Where are we at the moment? So 950. Oh, 950. Look at that. 16,494. That'll be the battle today then. 950. We're at 947 at the moment. 946. So 950 would be nice to pull those into the money. Obviously $10 would be even nicer, but I think we might struggle to get those as well. But we'll keep an eye on those. You never know. Let me just switch back to the old chart. Cheers, by the way, troops. I'm on, I think I've shown you this one before, Radagast. Radagast, it's a local beer. It's not too bad, actually. Pubs are still closed. We have some relaxations coming on Monday. All the shops can reopen, but and my son goes back to kindergarten full time, which is a blessing. As much as I love him, it's quite difficult when he's here full time and I'm trying to work, during the day. So he goes back to kindergarten full time. No testing, no masks. So as per normal, which is really great. All the shops are opening again on Monday, but bars, restaurants, no, nothing yet. So we're on cans. Right then, let's see. If you had to guess, would you say AMC or GME has a higher squeeze potential? Is AMC a bigger volcano, figuratively speaking? It depends, the float size, I guess. It's people are saying that GME has got more potential because there's less shares. But then there's people saying, well, AMC has got more potential because there's more people buying them because they are cheaper, So it gives people more of an opportunity to get in. So swings and roundabouts, mate. I try to separate them. I try to keep them separate and not look at the two together because they're completely different businesses that are, on different trajectories. The numbers are different, okay, although relatively speaking, they could be the same. But I look at them as two different things. I don't pit one against the other, if you know what I mean. I think they'll both go. I think they will both go. Which one goes first? Again, I've said it before, and this isn't me, saying it's definite, but I think based on what catalysts there are, I think GME has the potential to go a little bit sooner, if you like, simply because you've got the CEO that they're looking for. And you've got now that AMC have changed the date of their shareholder meeting, the GME shareholder meeting comes first. So, but then there's all the other things like these regulations and that people that that people are talking about, and with that 002 getting delayed today, people are saying, oh well, that's it, it's not going to happen until at least the end of June now, because they were waiting for that. I mean, I'm not really sure I agree with that, because if a company is paying every single day, how long can they sustain that for? If they owe all these shares and they're having to pay interest every single day, how long do they sustain that for? It's going to pop eventually. The pressure will just get too much eventually. And if it was so critical to the financial system, then why aren't they just letting it go? Just say, right, get that in place. But this is the thing, you see, we don't have access to what's going on there. We just don't have access. We don't know what's going on. We don't know who from the SEC or DTCC or whatever is phoning Citadel or whoever and saying, right, what's this, what's that, what are we going to do? They're obviously talking to each other. It's obviously a hot topic, but we just don't know, do they? So we'll see. Si, keeping well. How about yourself? Not too shabby, mate. Not too shabby. Things are. The weather's changing, which for me is a massive thing. It's big for me, the weather. I don't like the winter. I don't like the dark nights. I don't like the cold weather. I'm not into skiing. I'm not into winter sports. So, being in Central Europe, in the Czech Republic, where, they are into winter sports, it kind of, it's a bit like, oh, God, people are ice skating and all that sort of stuff, skiing, and it's just not my bag, So when the weather changes, it helps me mentally, psychologically. And I'm hoping by the end of June, the rules will have been relaxed a little bit, that I can actually get back to the UK and see my dad and stuff. I've not seen him for over a year. I've not seen my brother for over a year. My family. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But apart from that, mate, not too shabby at all. Thank you. Right then. Steve, AMC 17.4 trillion. Auntie, I heard 24 quadrillion, latest count. keeps going. Oh, AMC is literally, Justin, AMC is literally the first stock I have ever purchased. I just bought in last week. I have 850 shares. Would you recommend I purchase more? Justin, listen, I don't make any recommendations, and nobody that I speak to here regularly would. We have our opinions, but we don't make recommendations. And all I'll say is, and you can back check and fact check all my videos, not all of them, because I don't say it on all of them, but most of them I say, you get in with what you can afford to lose, and you get out when you're happy with the figure that you see in your account. And that's it. That's all you can do, mate. And that's all I will say on it. If you're putting in money that you're going to need next week to pay your rent or buy your food, I would say you need to reassess what you're doing. If you're putting in money that you can, leave for a year, 2 years, I'm not saying it'll take a year or 2 years, but it could do, we don't know. Then great, put it in, set it, forget it, keep an eye on the stock, one day wake up, moon, yeah? So, but that's just the way it is here, mate, Put in what you can afford to lose, and get out when you're happy when you make the profits. Hey, do you know what? Look at that on the 1 minute chart. Look at that. You know what that is? That's a mini cup and handle, that, in case anybody's interested. There's the cup, there's the handle, and there's the little kick-off that you normally see. How's about that? A beautiful... We're signing off with a A cup and handle on the 1 minute chart. Beautiful. Right. By the way, congratulations on buying your first stock. It's not easy. Well, it is easy to do, but mentally it's not easy. It can be quite daunting. But there's a lot of people out there, Justin, who, you know, put out some really, really good information. It's a supportive community, the retail investing community. I mean, there's idiots in every village, but you know, generally it's a good community. So you know, if it's you're new getting into investing and trading, I would say start reading lots of things. Don't read, you know, I'm not saying read for hours on end every day, but every day read something new. Investopedia is a good site. You might know all this, but you know, get on Investopedia, learn the terminology, you know, come on the live streams like this and chat to like-minded people, and we'll see. You know, you'll see how it goes. But congratulations, well done. Where are we? If GME went to 448, what do you think AMC could go? Whew. Again, Stephen, there's no limit, mate, on a short squeeze. It just keeps going. It can just keep going and going and going. So, you know, you just what I would say is just blank out the noise of, you know, people saying this is my floor, don't sell, no, everybody diamond hands and all that sort of thing. Yeah, listen, you know, and I've said it before, I think I covered it on another live stream, that, you know, it's easy. It's easy. When the price is stagnant like this and it's going sideways, it's easy to sit here and say, I'm not selling. 10 million is my floor. 100,000 for AMC is my floor. Yeah. Wait until it goes. Yeah. And you see your account going up in value. And then you'll see, then your psychology will change. Really it will. Because it's the old saying, money talks and bullshit walks. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? And as soon as people start to see money in their account, they don't, that long-sightedness for quite a few people will go out of the window, and it'll be like, if I sell now, I can buy that car. If I sell now, I can pay off my mortgage. You know, that's the reality of it. And I'm just, you know, probably saying things that people don't want to hear, but that's the reality. You know, not everybody is going to sit here like this, watching the price go up, going, well, I'm not selling. Because, when, you know, imagine it goes, you know, you've bought in at $9, right? And it goes to $12, and it goes to $20, and it goes to $50, $100. And you're sat there with 850 shares. Let's use Justin as an example. 850 shares at $9, first ever trade, right? And all of a sudden, your $9, your 850 times 9, whatever it is, $7,000 or whatever it is, suddenly worth $70,000 because it's $100 a share. Do you know what I mean? Or, you know, $85,000. What? As a, you know, there's people out there that are just going to go, wow, that's life-changing money for me, and they're going to cash out. Not everybody is going to be sat here like this, you know, watching. Oh yeah, there it goes. 100, 150, 200, 250, not selling. 250, 300. You know, at some point, people are going to start going, hang on a minute, you know, wow. That's the reality. That is the reality. I don't care what anybody says. That's the reality. Because when people start seeing that money in their account, their mindset will change 100%. It's easy to sit here and say, I'm not selling. Really, it's easy to sit here. 2 secs, guys. Just get the close in, and then I'll come back to the chat. What are we? We are 20 seconds away, according to the clock on Webull. 161.09, so we're not going to hit the 162.50 calls. We want to see 160 though. That would be nice if we can close it above 160. 7 seconds. What is it? Let this just recalibrate. Looks like we're all right. 161.08 it's showing. It takes a bit of time to recalibrate. AMC showing 9.51 on the close. What was it? 9.50. There you go. Another 16,000. Let me just pull this up. 9.51 on the close. Another 16,500 contracts. That's 1.6 million shares I've got to find. So there you go. 1.65 million shares I've got to find. Probably hedge for them, but you know, it's nice little victory. 9.51 to close the week. 5.67% on the day. 51 cents on the share. Very, very good. GME showing an official close of 161.08. So let's just switch that over and see where we are. And get that. Options. 161. So 160, 1,000. It was an extra 673 contracts. So it would have been 67,300 shares. But never mind, you know, we hit 160, which is nice. That's 100,000 shares. Again, probably been hedged for already, but you never know. You never know, troops. So that's where we finished for the week. Both on the green. What I'll do is I'll put it on the 5-day and then we can see the week overall. So this is the week overall for GME. Where are we? So this is today. Why is it going all the way back there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So again, you know, we're on the lower end of that 160, but we're on the 160, 180 channel, and that is pure consolidation there. Again, low volume day, one of the lowest volume days we have seen. In fact, it is the second lowest day for 2 weeks volume wise, so not surprising, you know. And then when we did get some little bit of volume, look at what happened to the price, you know, straight up nearly $7 in a couple of minutes. So have a whoops, where we gone? Where's that gone then? There we go. AMC, have a look on AMC on the 5-day. Just get a perspective of where we are. Why it jumps like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So again, we're in the channel, $9 to $10. We've held that 9.15, 9.16 area. 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. So, you know, we have tested that $9 area, low of 8.93. But overall, troops, a positive week. Okay, I am very, very satisfied with that, shall we say. Right, just get back on the... where are we? So if GME went to 448, where do you think AMC could go? Again, limitless, Steve-O. It's limitless. AMC is literally the first stock. I just bought 850 shares. I better play. Yes, Justin, they just keep printing and buy them all. Steady on. Steady on. Ollie, I think we're looking at a market crash at some point. That's the rumour. That's what they're saying, Ollie. I've been reading lots on Reddit, lots of due diligence, and it's all pointing to being worse than 2008, albeit that they are going to happily sacrifice the hedge funds this time, and there's not going to be any bailouts. We shall see. Again, lots going on behind the scenes that we are not party to, that we don't know. Right. Steve, what's the price you will sell at? That's the price it will go to. There you go. Hey, yeah, very good. Well done. There you go. Justin, gracias player. No problem. Not financial advice. Good, you got your disclaimer in there. Only buy what you... There you go. Would you ever move to the United States? Me, Steve, would I move to the... Would I move to the United States? It's funny because I put on my Twitter feed today, wanted Texan or Floridian bride will do posh British accent in exchange for a green card. I would move to America. Obviously not now because I've got the kid. But you know when he's older. Listen, I've been all over the world, mate. I love living in different countries, and America is somewhere that I think I would quite enjoy. You know, I like the fact that you stand up for your rights. You know, again, not I don't want to get into politics or anything like that. I mean, just in general, Americans stand up for their rights. They say what they feel, and I like that. You know, and obviously it's an English speaking country. The culture's not too dissimilar, so you know. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. So I haven't seen my mum in over 8 years. Need to home soon. It's tough, mate. It's tough, isn't it? Especially, you know, when you're going through things like this pandemic and you can't go home. It makes you realise that you should have perhaps done it sooner. I'm not you in particular. I just mean in general. I mean, I don't go home as much as I should. But you know, this has made me realise I need to be closer. I need to be closer to my sister. We used to be so close when we were younger. When we were, you know, in our early to mid teens, we were really close. And then we kind of, I mean, we're still close now, but we're not as close as we used to be. So, you know, and I want to try and re-establish that a little bit because I talk to my brother more than I do my sister. Anyway, that's boring family stuff. Stephen, I'd pay my house off at 220 a share, so I would take profit then. Now I would hold a lot to the moon. Yeah, there you go. You know, it's like I said, everybody's different, and once that money starts appearing in your account, it changes it. It changes the way people think. You know, so again, I just say again, cut out the noise. Just ignore it. All this floor stuff, great, fantastic. If you want to sit and hold until it goes to 10 million, 469 million or whatever numbers you're throwing out there, feel free to do that. That's your choice. Do whatever you want. Yeah. Anyway. AMC not going to make 950. It did, Dave. We made it. Justin, cheers and thanks. No worries. Ollie being mortgage free will be great after this. I'm not for a Lamborghini, but would like an estate for the kids. Do you know what, Ollie? That's why I've bought the van. That's why I bought the transporter, because it's something I've always wanted anyway. But now I've got the boy. You know, it just made even more sense. Like, I'm not interested in a Lamborghini or anything like that. You know, if I was going to buy a supercar, which if either of these take off. The supercar that I would buy would be an Audi RS4 Avant. So there you go. That's what I would buy. It's an estate car. You know, it's understated. Unless you know what it is, you wouldn't really know what you were looking at. And that's what I would go for. And that's probably what I will have. You know, as the me car, the Mark car. You know, when I want to go off and just blast around the roads, that's what I would be in. So, right. So, yeah, again, Ollie, you know, I get that, mate. I completely relate to that. People's life requirements are different, you know. And what makes one person happy wouldn't necessarily make another person happy. I think the older you get, the less, the more you think about things like, if only I could be mortgage free, nice big car for me and the kids, you know, that sort of thing, rather than, you know, villa up on a hill somewhere overlooking a bay, raving every night, driving a, convertible Porsche and all that sort of stuff. I'm too old for that now. Right then. Stephen, I'm guilty of it, Mark. I've posted on StockTwits AMC to 1K, blah, 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 but I would take profit at 220. Hey, listen, everybody's the same. That StockTwits, it makes me laugh. I go on there, I'm on there. If you want to follow me, it's No Forking Clue. It's down at the bottom there, I think. On the bottom of the old, it's down there. Follow me on there. I used to put some stuff up there. But I like StockTwits for its comedy value, because you get people sat on there who go, yeah, just bought another 18,000 at 12.77, and you're like, really? And you sat on StockTwits telling people that you're spending money like that. Like, maybe they have, I'm not saying they haven't, but I just think if I was in a position where I was buying, thousands, tens of thousands of shares at $15, $20, $25, $30 a share, would I really be sat on StockTwits in the forum for the ticker telling everybody? I'm not sure I would be. But, whatever floats their boat, I guess. David, your comment didn't age well. Yeah. Give him a break. He was 1 cent out. So, the question is if it will adjust to 950. There you go, it did. 951. We got it, Auntie. If there is a market crash, will AMC go with it? I don't. I think they're quite unique, and you have to look at them outside of the outside of this, any potential crash, because they're doing their own thing. They're unique, so you have to look at them as a standalone from the market. Auntie's just saying, look, AMC and GME have held their value better than anything else in the portfolio. Exactly, when we've had those big red days across the board, apart from the odd occasion, generally AMC and GME have been green, so that's what I take from it. Auntie, you must not own any crypto. Yeah. I'm only looking to be financially free to day trade. I don't want a real job. A better player. You got the same thought process as me, mate, my friend. I think I made it part of my when people started popping up in the chat. I explained what I was doing, and that's what the YouTube challenge is for, to try and grow that pot. So that I can sit and day trade. I'd love to sit and day trade. I find it challenging, I like looking at the candles, looking for patterns, finding good entry and exit points, that sort of thing, So yeah, that's what I'm after as well, buddy, to be honest. I'm looking to get a Class C RV, give up my house and get off the grid for a few years. Si, exactly, man. That's the plan with the VW. Si, you'll like the content that's coming up in the summer, mate, from around mid-August onwards, because the van will be done. It's going in July for its conversion, not a full conversion, but I think you're going to enjoy the content, mate, that's coming for that. So keep an eye out for that. Couple of months away yet, but not in the grand scheme of things, not too long to wait now. I'm so looking forward to it, because when I don't have my son, like, there's nothing to keep me here. I work remotely anyway, so as long as I can get a connection, which I can use my phone as a what is it, a dongle or something, a tether. I can tether to my phone, so as long as I've got reception, I can work. So I'm looking forward to it, getting out and about around Europe on the bike, do some trading. I need to learn how to stream from the phone and the iPad and stuff, because obviously in the van I don't know, maybe I can have a webcam and everything set up. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'm sure I can. But yeah, so you'll enjoy that. Well, I say you'll enjoy it. You might not, but I'm assuming you're going to enjoy it because we've got the same desire. So we'll see. They keep making the shares, Mark. Someone has to buy them. There you go. Stop making shares. I'm gonna Aaron. If Adam Aaron, if you're watching, stop printing GME shares, AMC shares. Tell them. Call them all back. I don't want to. I don't want things. I want to make memories. There you go, mate. Exactly. Bang. That's it. That's what life's all about. I was having a chat today. Actually, there's a few British guys that live in town. I think there's 5 or 6 of us, and I was having a chat with one of them today, and I was talking about that moment when that epiphany that I got when I realised that there's more to life than just getting up, going to work, going home, going having a few beers, and just doing that grind and working your ass off all your life to pay somebody else, so somebody else can live more comfortably than what you do. And that came to me, unsurprisingly, it came to me in the army, when I was deployed overseas. And I just had that moment where I was like, that's it. Everything I do now will be for enjoyment. And I like my job. I genuinely enjoy my job. But if I could do less of that and more day trading, I'd enjoy that even more. It's always about trying to go one up, isn't it? So, everyone's got their own goals, their own aspirations, and I'm sure we'll all get there eventually, troops. I always find it weird to hear about people putting in the amount of money that I'd be happy to take out as profit. Like, you already won. Why are you doing this? Yeah, exactly. If you've got that amount of money, but then I guess, money breeds money. That's what they say. Money breeds money. And are you ever happy with what? Are you ever content with what you've got? That's another thing as well. Contentment. I'm quite big on contentment. I'm content with my life. I could tell you now. If this crashes and they both go through the floor, it makes no odds to me. That I'm at peace with it. My life will go on. I'm not going to have to work any harder than what I do at the moment. I'm not going to lose the roof over my head. I'm still going to be able to, afford a beer and some ramen noodles. So yeah, life will just go on for me. So I'm content. Obviously, if you've got money in the bank, it opens up bigger possibilities. But I don't see possibilities for me anymore. I see possibilities for my boy and what that money, will do for my family. But mostly for my boy, get him a good education and just set him up in life. But not to be an arsehole, It'll be, set him up with a flat and that sort of thing, so he doesn't have to worry about that as he's starting out in life. That's my main objective now. Whether these rock it or not, that's still my main objective. So, we shall see. My wife has a great job. I only substitute teach now as it is. There you go. No worries, man. I want to justify not even doing that. Brilliant. Si, I'm doing it next month. Save $2,000 a month and put it into AMC. There you go, man. There you go. Live the dream. Live the dream. I better play. I'm also waiting to retire from the military and collect my pay and disability. There you go, my man. There you go. Get what you deserve. Stephen, I'm trying to get AMC to moon so I can kick out my wife's boyfriend. Do you know what, mate? If she's got a boyfriend, I know the connotation of what you're saying, but if I was married, I'd be leaving her with the boyfriend. I'd be like, there you go, let him look after you. I'd go and find a new wife. You might be completely in love with your missus. That's fair enough. Fair play, mate. but I'd be kicking the wife out. See you later. So yeah, so that's where we are at, troops. After hours, quick look at after hours before we sign off. Slightly down on AMC, trading at 9.45. However, we don't really pay too much attention to this. GameStop, a whole 19 cents up after hours at one. Oh no, it's down 11 now. Down 11. Up 19. Oh, here we go. TikToking, look. To me, to you. The Chuckle Brothers, as I like to call it. To me, to you. I've not put the chart up, look. There you go. That's after hours on the 5 minute. I'll stick it on the 1 minute. You can see there, barcoding. That's GME. AMC, slightly down. 6 cents down. Going into the weekend. So, troops, I'm going to end it there. It's been an absolute pleasure. I wish you all a fantastic Friday, whatever you're going to be doing, and a great weekend ahead. Relax, enjoy yourselves. Don't let this get inside your head over the weekend. Let it wash over you. Focus on yourselves and your family and your loved ones. And I will see you back here on Monday. Big news, Monday, bell to bell. I'm doing it, troops. I'm going live, bell to bell. So I know people are working. A better player might not be. Slacker. But if you are throughout the day interested and have a couple of minutes, drop by and say hello, because at the moment I've got visions of talking to myself for at least 6.5 hours until you join me for Power Hour. So if you're around on Monday at any stage, drop by and say hello, give me a thumbs up, whatever. That's what I'm doing Monday, bell to bell. I've got to get all my snacks ready, all my water ready, everything. So I'm looking forward to it. It's been my first bell to bell, and we'll see how it goes. So on that note, troops, again, like I said, I wish you all the best for the weekend. Enjoy it, relax, and I'll see you again on Monday. And on that, you can mark my words. Cheers, troops.